Hi, welcome to my channel, and today I have another Funko Pop unboxing video for you. So today I'm going to be unboxing the new Beauty and the Beast Funko Pops. These have been released for the 30th anniversary of Beauty and the Beast, and I think there are 6 that you can collect. I've only got 3. I may still pick up the other 3 at some point, I'm not quite sure. We'll see. I just thought the other 3 were very similar to ones I've already got, and so didn't know if I really needed them. And also I didn't know if I had any more room on my shelf for the other 3. So for now I've just picked up these 3. I picked these up from Forbidden Planet in Manchester, and they were £9.99 each. So I got Gaston, which is number 1134. Beast, which is number 1135, and Belle, which is number 1132. So I'll do them one at a time and then we'll look at them all together. So let's look at Belle first. So this one is Belle in her peasant dress, so in her blue dress, and as you can see she's holding the mirror with the Beast on it, and I thought I'd really like to pose on this one. I do already have a Belle in her blue dress, but it was the old style Funko Pops, so this one does look very different to that one. In fact, I can compare this one to that one later when I have her out the box, just so you can see how different it looks to the old style. But yeah, I thought I'd get this one because she looks a lot nicer than the older one that I've got. So let's just take a look at the box. So you have your Pop logo on the left hand side, and it's got the Funko logo just above it. You have the Disney Beauty and the Beast logo in the middle, and then you have the number of your Pop just here, which for this one is 1132. Then if we come to the bottom, I'm just going to take the price sticker off it. There we go. You've got the Beauty and the Beast 30th anniversary logo. Focus on that. There we go. So it says Disney Beauty and the Beast 30 years. And then next to that you've got the name of the pop, which is Belle. And then you've got an image of the pop here on the left hand side. So if we look at the side of the box, on this side you've got your Pop logo. You've got the full image of the Pop figure here. You've got the name of the Pop, which is Belle, and your Pop's number, which is 1132. And then in the background here you can see the forest and Beast Castle, which I think is really nice. I think this is really pretty, and I love the pastel colours of this background here. I do think that is really, really nice. Then if we turn to the other side, you've got your Pop logo at the top, you've got the name of the Pop down here, number of the Pop, and a little image of the Pop just popping over the bottom of the box. And then on the back of the box it shows you all the different Pops that you can get. Also has the Pop logo on the left, the number of the Pop, the Beauty and the Beast logo, image of the Pop on this side. It's got Funko logo here, and the copyright and the Disney web address, and it tells you information about downloading the Funko app as well on there. But let's look at the ones that you can actually get in this collection. So you can get Belle with the mirror, which is the one that we've got here. You can get Cogsworth, which they did have in store, and I was tempted to get him, but I do have a Cogsworth and it doesn't really look much different to the one that I have. So I didn't pick him up at the moment. Maybe I might get him later, I don't know. We've got Gaston, which is 1134, which we do have here. The Beast, this is the scene where he's in the bath and they do his hair. I just thought this was quite a cute one, and one that it looks very different from the ones that I already have, so I thought I would get this one. Lumiere, they didn't actually have in store. They said he was coming in at some point this week, and I was tempted to get Lumiere because he does look very different to the one that I've got, so I am tempted to get him when he comes in. So yeah, I may pick him up. And then Belle, I actually just purchased a Belle in her winter outfit from the previous collection, And this one is very, very similar, so I don't know if I'm going to get her either. Although I do like the fact that she's holding a little bird on here. So we'll have to see. I'll have to see what money I get and if I decide to get the other three, because I'm not quite sure yet. But so yeah, that is the back of the box. The bottom of the box has all your information on it, and then the top of the box has your Disney logo, your Pop logo, and your Funko logo, and a little picture of the Pop just popping over the edge. So that is the box. So let's get her open and see what she looks like. Now, I remember in the shop I was trying to look for ones that didn't have many flaws on, and to be honest, most of them had flaws on. I didn't find a single one that didn't have a painting flaw. So it was literally a case of picking one with didn't have the worst flaw on it. So let's look at this one. I think I did all right with this one, actually. Maybe this one I actually found that didn't have a flaw. I think, yeah, that was it. This one's got a tiny white speck on here, whereas some of the others had black marks on her face. One of them had a green paint mark on her face. So yeah, this was the best out of a bad bunch. However, yeah, that tiny white spot you can't really see too. It's not too bad. So anyway, here she is. I think she's really pretty. I do love her pose. She's like holding the mirror out, and yeah, I think she looks really, really nice. It does also come with a stand. Get out of the box. So you do get a stand with this one because she has got feet. I think the older Belle version didn't have feet. She's just a flat bottom. So yeah, this is much, much nicer. It's got much more detail, I think, than the old one. So she's got her hair tied back in this bow. You can see she's wearing her blue dress. And yeah, I really, really like her. I think she's a really nice pop. So let's just have a look for the flaws on this one. Let's look at her face. So I don't think there's any marks on her face. A very, very, very tiny mark, but you can't really see it there. Like I said, there is that tiny, tiny white spot here, but you're not going to see that when she's on the shelf. And then the rest of her dress looks okay. Here at the bottom of her feet, you see it's got the Copyright Disney logo on one foot, and then it's got like the Funko information on the other foot. Also, she's got a little hole here where she'll slot onto the stand that she comes with. Let's have a look at her hair. Don't see any flaws on her hair or her bow. And her hands actually look quite good. Sometimes you get really messy hands. Let's have a look at the Beast mirror more closely. Here it is. There's a little white mark on her face. There it goes, gone. Yeah, here's the Beast mirror. Actually doesn't look too bad, the painting on that. The painting on the hand isn't great, but it's not terrible. I've seen much worse. So yeah, she actually looks like a really nice pop. I think I actually picked a very good one out of the bunch, actually. So actually, let's put her on a stand so we can look at her a little bit better. So this is the stand you come with, just a clear stand with a little nodule on it, which will just slot into the hole on her foot. Hopefully. They're always really hard to get on, these stands, because usually the hole isn't big enough for the nodule. You have to really push it on, I find. There we go. So there she is. So let's take a better look at her. Okay, so here is Belle. Like I said, I do really, really like her pose. So let's see what she looks like from all angles. So here she is from the front, from the side, from the back, from the other side, and back to the front. So now I'm going to give you a close-up of the figure. Just got my old Belle peasant dress Funko pop down just to see the difference between the two, and you can see they look completely different. This one's a lot smaller, the hair colour is completely different, the face seems a lot bigger, and yeah, she just seems bigger, and her pose is just much better, and it just seems more detailed in her face, I think. Yeah, it's just a lot nicer, isn't it, the new one. Her face is more pinky on this one. She's got this bright blush on her cheeks, which she doesn't have on this one. Her dress is more of a lighter blue, I think, than that one. Let's see from the back. You can definitely tell the difference in hair colour. And the hair is very different. This one's more moulded, more sculpted than this one. This one's a lot plainer, and the bow's a lot smaller as well. But yeah, it's a lot smaller, this one, the new one. I definitely prefer the new ones, they're just bigger, and they just look nicer, I think, than the old one. So definitely glad I got the new one, because she does look a lot nicer than this one. There we go. So that's Belle. So let's open Beast next. Here is Beast. I'm not going to go over his box in too much detail because it's more or less exactly the same as Belle's box. Let's just take off that. Obviously the only difference is it's got a picture of Beast on the side rather than Belle. This side's got Beast's name, Beast's picture and his number on. The back is more or less the same, except for the picture on here is Beast, not Belle. And then the same on this side, it's exactly the same, so you've got Beast's picture and name and number, except for Belle's. And then again, the top one, exactly the same, except you've got a picture of Beast peeking over the top instead of Belle. So that is Beast's box. So yeah, let's get him open and have a look. He feels really heavy and he looks massive, so let's get him out and have a look at him. Oh, he's a very big. Here he is. He's massive. I'll have to compare him to the other ones. I found it really difficult with the box because the plastic was covering his face to check him for flaws in the shop. You couldn't really tell. But yeah, he does have a few. Oh, no, that's coming off actually. I thought it had a few black marks, but some of the marks are coming off. So yeah, maybe it's not as bad as I originally thought, but he does have a few marks on him. Just focus a bit, it's not very focused. There he is. Like I said, he's really big. He's a really big pop. Yeah, he doesn't have a stand with him because he's really heavy. He can just stand up by himself. But yeah, this is obviously from the scene where he's getting ready to meet Belle and to do his hair like this. And yeah, it's a really funny pop, and obviously one that's very different to the Beast ones, which I already have. So I have two Beast ones. I have the one where he's holding the birds, and I have the original one, where he's in like his outfit where he dances with Belle. So I have those two Beast figures. So I say out of the two, he looks more like the one where he's holding the birds. The one where he's in his outfit is a much simpler pop. He came out more about around the time where the old Belle one came out, so he's much more simple. There's not much detail on him, original one, but I will compare him to those two later. But yeah, here he is. So he's got his hair tied up in this blue bow here. Obviously he's got his horns. He's got his little beard tied up here with a little bow. You can see that there's a little painting floor here. You can see, but there's a little bit of blue on his hair here. There's also here where his tooth is, there's a bit of white paint on his lip. that black mark does come off. On his eyebrow here, there is a bit of brown paint on the lighter on his eyebrow there. Is there anything else? Painting on his nose isn't great here, looks a bit weird. The plastic isn't quite right or something just there, just looks a bit off. There's also a black mark here that's not coming off. I don't know if you can see it, but just there's a black mark. Other than that, it looks not too bad. A little black mark here on his white towel. And then here he is from the back. You've got his tail here. He's sat on a little stool. So if you look at Beast's feet, he's got the copyright information on his feet. See on the left one it says copyright Disney, and on the right here, or on my right I should say, he's got the Funko copyright information here, and the web address and everything, and this is made in Vietnam. You've got his hair going down his back there. So I think this is a great pop, and I think the price for this one is really good because he's only $9.99 like the others, but he's so much heavier and there's so much more to him. So yeah, I think he's a great pop. Absolutely love him. Okay, so let's take a look at this pop from some different angles. So here he is from the front, from the side, from the back, from the other side, and back to the front. So now I'm going to give you a close-up of the figure. Here are the other two Beast figures that I own. As you can see, the original one, which is this one, is very different to this one. There's not much detail on this one at all. He's very, very simple. But again, he was the first, one of the first pops, and yeah, they never used to have as much detail on them back then as they do now. He's very, very simple compared to this one. Let's just put them together. You see, look at all the detail on his beard now, and he's also a lot bigger and a lot sturdier. And then look at his back. This one's got all the detail on his back here. Yeah, so they're definitely making him a lot bigger, and this one is really light. This one is really, really heavy. So then if we compare him to this one's a lot more similar. This one's definitely got a very similar face. Obviously he's not got all this bit on, but yeah, everything else is more or less the same mould, I think. They've just added the curls on his beard. But yeah, he looks very, very similar to this one. This one's a little bit heavier than this one. But yeah, these are definitely a lot more similar. Or like the same size. We've got this on the back. So I definitely think these two have come from a similar mould. So there we go. That's him against those ones. Okay, so that is Beast. So now I'm going to open Gaston and take a look at him. So again with Gaston, I'm not going to go over the box because, like I said, it's just the same as the others, but with pictures of Gaston and his name on instead. So we're just going to go straight into getting him out. Here he is. Oh. So obviously this is Gaston in his outfit that he wears when he goes to try and marry Belle. This one actually doesn't come with a stand like Belle did. I think because his feet are wider, he seems to stand up a little better. However, because he's going to go on a high up shelf, I think I'm going to have to put some double-sided tape on so he doesn't fall over. But yeah, he's a really nice pop. Again, I had to look very closely at all of them in the shop because they all had loads of painting flaws on, and I wasn't even sure whether to buy them because I don't like the flaw that's on this one. However, all the others had a much worse painting flaw than this. A lot of the others had a big black mark on the faces, big black mark on here, whereas this one just had, as far as I can tell, this little painting flaw here where they seem to have splashed his coat with the paint, I think for his buttons, this lighter colour on his waistcoat. So I didn't think you'd notice it very much when it's high up on a shelf, so I thought I'd get him because I was there, it was there, and if I bought one online I could end up one with look worse, so I went for this one. And yeah, I think he's really, really nice. I like his little pose where he's holding onto his jacket and sort of got his hand out. I think that's quite nice. And I like his outfit. I think it's really nice. I like his coat, his red coat, his little like waistcoat, I think it is. He's got his boots. I think he looks really, really nice. He's got a little bow in his hair. So let's check him to see if he's got any other flaws on him. Okay, so let's look at his face. Don't see any flaws on his face. Check his hair. Now the bow isn't painted very well. I can see there's yellow paint on the bottom of his ponytail here. But obviously that's the back, so you're not going to see that when it's on display. Paint on his coat looks okay. Let's look at his hands. There's a bit of paint on his finger here. Otherwise they look okay. I've already pointed out that flaw. There's a black mark on his boots there where it should be grey. Let's just focus. Yeah. So yeah, there's a black mark on his boot here where it should be grey. But other than that, he looks pretty good. He doesn't have any of the copyright information on his feet like Belle did. So I'm not quite sure where it is on him. I can see the copyright Disney logo there just on the top of his head. There's none of the Funko information. Oh, there it is. On the other side of his head there is the rest of the copyright information just here. That's where it is on him. Oh. So there we go. So now I'm going to show you what he looks like from a couple of different angles. Okay, so here is Gaston from the front, from the side, from the back, from the other side, and back to the front. So now I'm going to give you a close-up of the figure. I thought I would just compare the new Gaston figure to the old Gaston figure. They do look very similar, however this one does feel heavier than this one, only slightly. And this one also feels wider, but I think that's because he's got his arms on his hips, so obviously that makes him wider, and his boots are much bigger. So I think that just gives him the effect of looking wider, where he's probably not much wider. I think his face might be also painted a slightly darker colour, or it might just be the lighting. But yeah, they look very similar. I think they probably have been made from the same mould. The hair looks very similar. This is what it looks like from the back. The only difference is this one's got a bow and this one hasn't. And obviously the outfits are different. And obviously they have got different poses as well, but I think their heads are definitely the same. So yeah, I just thought I'd compare them so you can see. So yeah, the outfits are very, very different, so I'm glad I've got this one and this one. So yeah, I just thought I'd show you the two together. Okay, so here are the 3 new Funko Pops together. I think they look really nice together. Now usually I would show you where these are going to go on my shelf in my room, however I have absolutely no room left on my Beauty and the Beast shelf. I have bought an extra little plastic shelf to go up there, but I've not got time to sort that out today and do it. So if you do want to see where these are going to go in my room with the rest of my Funko collection, then please do look out for a new video where I will be rearranging all my Funko Pops onto their shelves, so that should be coming soon. So yeah, I hope you have enjoyed this Funko Pop unboxing video. Like I said, I may get the other 3 that I'm missing. I'm not quite sure. It'll depend how much room I've got on my shelf when I rearrange it, so I may unbox the other 3 at a later date. So yeah, I hope you have enjoyed this little video. If you have, please do give it a like. Don't forget to subscribe, and hope to see you again soon. Bye.